it was actually only recently that I could put into words why I'm so motivated. People have complimented me on having a certain physique or a certain motivation or a certain focus. And I've always just kind of said, thanks. I just like working out. But it was only recently that I really sort of was able to put to words why and where the motivation had come from. And the reason why is because in 7th grade, I was in a fight, which put me in the hospital for 2 weeks. Got my nose smashed in, face smashed in. Luckily, I still look good. So, I talk about that in some of my presentations, and it's a little more powerful. But I'm just telling you in layman's terms. And that fight occurred because I had a big mouth. I shot it off a little bit too much. And, I said something in front of the wrong dude. So, and that taught me, respect. That taught me that I'm not invincible. Taught me I didn't know how to fight, because I thought I knew how to fight from watching Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Z and lifting a 10-pound dumbbell. But I didn't know how to fight. So then I got involved with martial arts, and I did Taekwondo. But not only did I do Taekwondo, but we did all sorts of stuff. We boxed, we wrestled, and, did joint locks. Without getting to that, I basically learned an appreciation for violence, physical violence, with hand-to-hand combat. And it actually made me a lot more peaceful, I feel, because you realize what you can do with your 2 hands and 2 feet and your body. I realized it in the fight, and I realized it through training, fighting some more. I never did get into a real fight again after that. And no one should want to, but should you have to, you should know what to do. Seriously. So that's why I work out so hard. So in case any of you want to know that, I think it's a good lesson. And not a lot of people, some people might have gone through something like that, or some people may go through worse things. There are worse things that could happen to somebody or a little kid. I look at myself through that lens, like the 7th grader. Just when I coach kids who are of that age nowadays, I kind of see myself in them. And then, bugs, man. Bugs freak me out over here. But gotta deal with it. I do my best thinking in the woods. So, you have to basically... I lost my train of thought because of that freaking bug. But, that's what got me going in martial arts. Now, obviously, I haven't done martial arts in a while. Some of you may know this and haven't seen me in a while, but rest assured I'll be back. But I've been utilizing the gym to do strength training and sort of figure that out. But I never lost the attitude adjustment I got from that fight I was in 7th grade. And then the martial arts, which was another long journey, which I was on it, kind of jumped on and off for a little bit, but, I never went and did anything foul, I could have. Things weren't smooth for me in 6th grade either. After 7th grade, things smoothened out. Well, actually, not really in 8th grade, but, it was a tumultuous time for myself. And I know for a fact that kids still go through this to this day, because I see it. I see it come out when I coach football. And that's not their fault. This is natural. We are animals. We are not as advanced as we think. We make these machines, and I have a lot of respect for the human race. Oh, now I'm going off on some crazy tangent. I have a lot of respect for the human race, what we are, what we can be. But the bottom line is we are still animals, and there are animal instincts within us. A psychology professor told me once that humans don't have instincts. Whether or not that's true, I don't believe it's true. Now, I'm not a psychologist. I don't believe that's true. I'm walking through the woods, and I can't help but to turn my head every now and then, looking for things. It's just in me, So, she told me I couldn't do a paper on on martial arts and how the psychology, and, when she told me I can't, I ended up doing it and getting a 95 on it. I forced her to give me an A on it, a high-level A. So you have to take all these things into account. Anyways, I got onto this tangent because what I see at those young level ages with boys, especially in that age range, like 5 and 6, it starts, and then 6, 7, 8, it's a crazy time. So these bugs got me tripping out here. So yeah, and I feel like I can really move people because I see everyone who watches my story. They drop hearts, drop the likes, they tell me in person when they see me about the working out, they love it. But you don't have to work out as intensely as I do to get a healthy result for yourself. But you just have to have the right attitude and motivation. And that ain't always going to be there. So you're going to have the discipline. You're going to have to structure your life to get yourself easily to a gym, or easily to a workout class, or easily to yoga, or easily to something that's going to balance out your head for whatever your job is to make a living. Because for the most part, we all got a job to do, make some money to make a living. And the job isn't always healthy. Sometimes it is a healthy job. You got great coworkers, and it is what it is. And the job and the fitness is all supplemental, and that's fine. So that's the lesson for today.